This audio is a gift from my heart to yours. With love, 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 Raquel Spring. Our experiences are now intensifying. We're past the Cancer solstice point, and everything is now escalating and going to the next level. But along with this, I have also been noticing that there is a new level of focus that we are ready to awaken to. In my life, personally, I have found that the old way of focusing and the old way of doing things is not even working anymore for me. Things are so amplified right now that I need to be sharp. I need to be focused, be present with my every moment, my every thought, my every action. Aside from our experiences intensifying, there's everybody else around us. Some of these people we're responsible for. Others we work with. We get to create with every day, and these people are also going through their set of experiences. This is a point where collectively there is so much shifting, so much changing. This is what the mutable energy is all about. And that's where the eclipses have been for the last year. Gemini and Sagittarius. These two are mutable signs, and the mutable sign is all about change. And that's why so many of us have been unsure of what to do next. Or maybe we take a step in a certain direction and then we change. It's like this perpetual Mercury retrograde. Things coming, things going, things changing. I guarantee you my life has been that way, and I know many of yours have been as well. I have had to be very flexible, very adaptable, because I know we are all in transition. Now, aside from this, there is also the very real fact that we are getting closer and closer to a black moon Lilith conjunct the North Node. And I'm going to be talking a lot about that in the next few weeks and months leading up to this, because it is a very important point for the world. But in light of this black moon Lilith archetype being so in focus, this is a time where the masks are falling. Especially now, after this Cancer solstice point, this is going to be a time where more than ever we are going to witness the masks falling off. This is about our greatest fears and triggers and insecurities that are now coming up. They're being exposed. People are seeing more clearly. They're seeing right through us, and we are also seeing more clearly right through people. There is so much coming up now. This is such a perfect time to self-check and really notice the things that come up for you during this time. This is the number one thing that we should be doing, is looking within. Looking within to see what is the information that is coming to the fore for us. Now, along with this, we are also going to notice many people around us that are having their shadows, their insecurities, their fears come up to the fore. And as this happens, it's so easy to get caught up in the drama, caught up in the story, caught up in the moment. And if we're not mindful, we get swept away into the story, into the drama. And then our energy is drained, we are feeling tired. And this is all the more reason why we need to upgrade our level of focus. This is about paying attention to your body, to your feelings, to your thoughts, to your actions at every step of the moment, especially when we're around others, exchanging experiences, exchanging energy, exchanging information. This is really a time where there's no more hiding. We're all having the opportunity to be very honest and real about our state and condition. And I'm not just talking collectively. This begins with ourselves. We're all having an opportunity to look at our own patterns that have been preventing us from becoming more. This is the stage of evolution that we are in right now, preparing to be more. In order to do that, we have to take a look at ourselves, at our addictions, our patterns, the parts of our human personality that are ready to evolve. And we all know what those are on some level. And these are the things that are surfacing now more than ever for all of us. I personally feel today that I have no other option than to know myself at the deepest level of who I am. Now, this doesn't only mean in spirit. I am also speaking about the body. This is a time where I personally have been developing the most incredible relationship with my body, and I know many of you have as well. Many of you. There is a new awareness of Gaia that is coming up. And there is a new awareness of our physical vehicle that is also coming up. So we're having this massive focus on Gaia and our bodies and really understanding how to listen to the voice of Gaia within us. Some of the ways that I have been doing this is setting the tone first thing in the morning. When I begin my day, I will set the tone for the day with some sort of a meditation or toning or mantra or breathing. However it is that you feel you can reach that state of balance, that peace. Once I set the tone for my day and I go about my day, I listen to my body. I listen to my body every time that I get up, or I go out of the house, or I interact with someone, or I answer an email. I'm listening to my body. And I notice the times of the day that my body contracts. I'm talking here about such an acute level of listening. This is the type of focus that we are learning how to develop. And for me, this is not just developing, but sustaining it, maintaining it throughout my everyday. This is what I want to share with you here, because this has been making all the difference in my life. So part of getting to know myself on the deepest level means to listen to my body. And I want to encourage you to take this seriously, because things are not going back to the way they were before. We have to understand the new program. We have to understand the new reality that we are entering. This is just the beginning phase. It's just the very, very, very beginning. This officially began when we had the Aquarius conjunction by Jupiter and Saturn on December 2020. This initiated a brand new reality for the planet. These are part of greater cycles, and if we don't understand the shift of cycles and where we're going to next, we will be overwhelmed. Our brain is starting right now to rewire. There is new information that is coming in. Many of us are having more access to our DNA, where we have different abilities. These are all things that are happening right now collectively. So in that, there is a responsibility that we have as well to listen, to focus, to really notice what is happening. And I'm not talking here about what's happening on the planet, as far as politics, as far as vaccines. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about listening to the overall tone of the cycle that we are entering. My dears, the energy of Aquarius is all about innovation, radical change. It's about evolution. The energy of Aquarius is about energy. And this is a time where we are going to notice energy more than matter. Now, this is gradual, but it begins now. And the more that we focus on this, the more that we develop and fine-tune our awareness to the energy signatures in our body, around us, within us, this is where we start to find greater ease and flow and clarity. If we are trying to look for clarity around us in the immediate environment, we're only going to get more confused. We just had a solar eclipse in Gemini, square Neptune, with a Mercury retrograde right there, conjunct the eclipse. Don't expect to receive clarity on earthly affairs. It's not going to happen. It's not meant to happen. The only level of clarity that we have access to right now is soul clarity, heart clarity, body clarity, self-awareness. This is a new program running through our DNA. This is a new information that is coming in. And I've personally been finding that if I don't make it a priority to focus on this and listen to my body throughout the day, I am overwhelmed and feeling exhausted. And maybe you can relate as well. So this is why I'm sharing the importance of needing to focus. Turn inward, inward. That's what the Mercury retrograde on this eclipse was all about. Turn inward. That is the secret to find the clarity you need. The process of turning inward involves constantly self-checking, scanning your body, scanning your emotions, scanning your thoughts. Start with your body. Your body is the perfect place to show you if and where you are out of alignment. Sometimes when I feel overwhelmed with a moment, with a situation, with a person, I need to just put the brakes, stop, pull back, and focus in my heart. Now, there needs to be a degree of awareness to even do that. You need to be aware when a situation is not being healthy for your body. Sometimes even being around a person will leave you feeling a little more tense or breathing more heavily. These are all signs your body is communicating to you. And really listening, what is it showing you? Is there something within you that is coming up for you to look at? Or maybe the situation that you are experiencing is not the healthiest for you, and you should maybe excuse yourself, remove yourself, take a back seat. Listen. In order to do that, you need to be mindful, you need to be focused, you need to be aware. And I've noticed that the times that I have not been focused or aware, there is a gust of energy that just comes in so strong to sweep me away from my center. And this is causing me to be even more vigilant, more focused, and take this more seriously. With all of my awareness, with all of my intention, this is what a next level focus is. Every moment, listen. Listen to your body. Listen to your thoughts, to your emotions. Scan your body. And if you find that you are feeling a little anxious or nervous or uptight, pull back, pull back. All you have to do at that moment is go back into your breath. Back into your heart. And it's really as simple as that. Sometimes just a few long, deep breaths and relaxing your heart, your body is all you need. And then you can go back out there in full awareness and continue whatever you are doing. Other times you're going to do that and your body is going to communicate to you. You're going to notice that certain parts of your body are tense or holding on to pressure or energy, and this is all communicating something to you. Communicating something about your environment, your activity, maybe something coming up for you. Now, the more we do this, the more we make this a habit, the easier it is. Even being able to pull yourself out of a situation and just with a few breaths getting back into your space, this is something that requires practice. You need to first understand what meditation is. And I'm assuming that most of you, if not all of you, have an idea of this experience. And one of the reasons for meditation is so that you can get your body used to knowing what it's like to relax in this way. Relax into full surrender, full knowing, peace. And the more you do this, the more you practice, you're able to bring this forth through a few breaths, through maybe a few mantras. There's different ways that you can bring yourself back to this space, but there is a level of practice, of consistency as well. And this is why starting your day with a meditation is so good for you. Not only it sets the tone for your day, but you're also ingraining that in your body memory even more. And this is so useful because sometimes you really just need to stop, put the brakes on, pull yourself out of a situation and come back to your center. Now, you don't need to wait until something critical happens. You can also make it a habit throughout the day multiple times to just take little breaks and just pull back and self-check. Even if there's nothing big happening, just make it a habit. Pull yourself out of your situation, stand up, walk around, come back to your breath, scan your body, scan your emotions, scan your breath. You'd be surprised at how many times we are holding our breath and we don't even notice it. How many times we are holding tension in a certain part of our body and we're not even consciously aware of it. So make it a habit to do that. During the times when things escalate in a certain situation or with someone, you absolutely want to do that, but don't wait until that happens in order to then self-check. Make it a habit throughout your day, multiple times a day, to just scan your body. If you want to envision or visualize a device scanning your body, do so. Use your breath. Focus on your core, your heart. Feeling is so important here. emotion is so important. And when you're able to find this alignment of heart, of feeling, of breath, of body, this is so good for you, so good for your immune system. And it also trains you. It trains you to listen. It trains you to listen so that when you are out and about with other distractions or people or situations that come up, you will automatically notice when your body is not in alignment. Because now you are practicing, you are making this a consistent habit to be aware of your body, listening to your body. And when you're out of alignment, the contrast is drastic. You'll notice it. In the beginning, it may be subtle because we're so used to living with stress in our environment and then taking it on. But if you can make it a habit to self-check, come back to your center, back to your breath, back to your heart, you are creating memory. You are setting the tone for your next steps so that if you ever do get out of alignment, you will notice it much quicker. And that way you can pull back when you notice that you're out of alignment, pull back and come back to your heart. It's really that simple. And again, the more you practice, the easier it will be to find that space. And when you're practicing, here's a last little tip for you. When you're practicing this, taking little breaks throughout the day and self-check, scan your body, scan your breath. If you find your mind starting to wander, this may also happen during a meditation or during other times. Maybe there's something important going on, and before you know it, your mind is off thinking of something else. Well, if that's the case, and if you find your mind wandering, just regroup, come back, reorient. It's that simple. It may happen 1 time, 3 times, 10 times, it doesn't matter. Don't give up. Just come back. Come back to your center, back to your breath, and keep going. I have been doing this for years, and I still have so many moments where the thoughts interfere, the thoughts come in. This is about being aware that we are in a dynamic, a polarity here in this reality that is very mental. We are very mentally stimulated. So our programming is to use our mind over our perceptions, our feelings. And this is all about retraining, reorienting the way that we use our perceptions. And ultimately, this is about taking everything to the next level. Even the way you meditate, even the way you breathe, even the way you listen to your body. And most especially, it's about the consistency. The consistency will determine your level of focus, and vice versa. So raise your awareness. Increase your level of focus. Allow this level of focus that is being requested of us during this time to awaken within you. This is the new blueprint for humanity. As I was saying earlier, we are opening the Aquarius age. This is the season, the cycle in history for humanity where we are raising our awareness. We are understanding life through the lens of energy, through the lens of spirit. This is going to cause a burst of evolution to occur, out of necessity at first, out of survival for many, but it's contributing to evolution. Remember, if we keep our eyes on the physical, circumstances, we are going to feel lost, confused, uncertain. Just as everything in the world is increasing in intensity, so are our gifts, our abilities, and our responsibility with them. And that is why I expressed earlier that things are not working the way they used to before. Even the way we meditate, even the way that we breathe, even the way that we use certain techniques, they're not good enough anymore. They've served their purpose. They've taken us this far, but now we need more. Now we need to up our game. And I urge you to take this seriously. I personally have noticed the days in my life where I don't set the tone for my day and I don't make this a priority. I am much more easily sucked into the vortex of drama of the world. People dealing with their choices, people dealing with their shadows that are coming up, their emotions, their desires, their addictions, and just everyone is seeing so much and feeling so much, and everything is so amplified. I have no other option but to live in full focus and awareness. So I'm here today to inspire you to do the same, encourage you with my stories, my trajectory, tips, guidance, wisdom, and insights that may help you find your center in this transition. Thank you for listening, for sharing this space with me, and thank you for sharing this message with others that you know could use the support. And for more inspiration, guidance, wisdom, assistance, please visit my website, www.raquelspring.com. I look forward to being with you soon.